What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. We're back with some more Casual Saturday right here for you guys. And yes, like the title says, we're going back to the past. Yes, we're going to the back. Now, there are a few things on here that I chose from the 2000 era, but at the same time, I like to mix things up. I like to choose random things from different timelines that I grew up with. But yeah, either way, you're going to be figuring this stuff out, and maybe some of the stuff that you probably already know already. But anyways, I'm going to talk about it, so let's get into it. Now, of course, most people had this back in the day, which I don't even know if anybody has this nowadays, which is iPod. Now, iPods were around before even iPhones came out, and I think, yeah, because I got mine around the time when iPhones were about to be invented at that point. Like, they were just like, an iPod that has apps that you can use for texting and even calling, even though no one really did that. You can play games, of course. You can just do anything on this app, and it like for apps on the iPod, and it was really cool, and a lot of people had it at that time. So it was one of the popular things in high school we had, and I just used it a lot. Like, I literally was using it for my Facebook, of course, YouTube, and pretty much just texting. I was using that a lot too. Yeah. We it's pretty much like a phone nowadays. Everybody uses it for Facebook, YouTube, and texting. Wow, they really made sure we knew what was going on, didn't we? But anyways, getting away from that for a minute, let's talk about something really more intriguing, which is God of War. Yes, now, we are playing the new game right now. Yes, I'm not talking about the new game, because if I am, then I'm talking about literally this year, this month, and right now at this moment. I am not talking about that. I am talking about the beginning of God of War. Yes. Now, this game came out when I was literally, I think, around my teens, if I remember correctly. It's around that time. But anyways, yes, it was on the PS2 era. I didn't get a chance to play it on the PS2 right away. I remember the God of War 2 coming out, but then after that, of course, my father bought the first one right off the bat when the second one came out. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna play the first game and then go straight to the second. And then, of course, there's these side missions, and then God of War 3 came out, and it was a cool thing. But other than that, I love this character for a reason. This guy, like, when we were younger, this guy was amazing to us. We loved him when we were kids at the time. And it was just so cool that, like, this guy was like a rage. He was like Spartan dude, and he just wanted to kill everything, and he wanted to kill the gods, and just go at it like crazy. And I don't know, there's just something about like his rage and his moments that he just like took everything and it just threw it out there, and he was like, I'm just gonna use my anger, just use it. I'm just gonna show you guys how angry I am, and that's how I feel about everything about the world. It will burn. But seriously though, it is really cool, like how this whole game built up to the point that we are at right now, and it's just amazing. And I even love the new game so far. It's really cool, emotional, and stuff like that. I love how there's more of that in this game now than there was back in the day, because it was, like I said, it was just more rage than anything else, but at the same time, there was a story to it at the same time. So at least it wasn't just some guy yelling and then just saying he wants to kill all the gods for no reason, and then we have no story to it. Anyways, let's move on, because I don't really know how else to end off with that God of War one. So we're going to move on to number 3, of course, which is the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Yes, now this I remember very, very well. Of course, I went to the theater with my buddy, my good buddy, of course, Jesse Perro, and literally was amazing time. I remember my sister came with us. We got free Yu-Gi-Oh cards off of it, and I remember telling my sister to not get rid of the card because she had a blue-eyed shining dragon, and she traded for, what was it, a Watapod? If I remember correctly, she traded that with my buddy Jesse. And I told her she was a fool. I was like, you fool! How dare you literally trade something that was so precious for an idiotic card? Yeah, I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh then, so of course I was like, oh no, why would you do that? So, but no, the movie was great at the time. They remastered it in theaters. I don't know if it recently passed. I can't remember correctly. I would have to look up a date. I'll put the date up here so that way you guys know when it came out. But yeah, no, literally, I think it's really cool. So that's why I thought I'd throw this on the list, because they remastered the movie in high definition, and I was like, that's so cool. They took a movie that we watched as kids and bring it out there for other kids to watch, so that's cool. Now the next one, I literally saw this when I was looking up 2000 things, which is my favorite show, of course, when I was a kid, which was called Beast Wars. Beast Wars was the show. It was the show that I loved and everybody loved as well. It was literally about Transformers, but instead of Transformers being robots or trucks and all that, they were literally just animals. I loved how Optimus Prime played as the Primate, and it was just like, I love the Cheetah dude. I love Rhinox. Oh, like, it was just like, this show like literally hit the cake for me, and it's literally like one of my favorite shows when I was a kid, and I could not stop watching this. Like, it was on every single night, and I was just like, I have to watch this show. It's literally the most amazing show of all. I love it and everything. It was just so cool, and I just did not want to miss an episode, like, ever, because I was always expecting something new to happen in the show, and it was so cool for that reason. So now, another show that we used to watch at nighttime as well when we were kids, and the funny thing is, was I actually was on Netflix trying to figure out a show last night really late to watch for a movie, and wait, you know it, I found the Goosebumps movie on Netflix. Now, I heard there was some bad comments about that movie, but I'd never seen the movie before, and I was like, I'm gonna check this out. Like, how bad can it really be? So I watched the movie last night, and that's why I was like, you know what, let's just add this, because they have one of my characters in the movie, which I hated the most, the show, but at the same time, I loved this character, which was Slappy. Literally, Slappy was my favorite out of the Goosebumps series, and like, I read the books when I was a kid, and it was just, he's just this guy that is so mysterious, and I remember there was one where he ended up inside a child's body randomly because he was trying to like possess it for some reason, but like, it was just, there's just something about that character that literally scared me, but at the same time made me like this character, like favor the character in the show. So it's like a weird combination to put it in it, but yeah, like, he was literally one of my favorite characters out of the Goosebumps series, and I literally can't say like how amazing that character is in the show. I think that's why a lot of people like Slappy, because the way he is, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys did watch Goosebumps back in the day. Let me know as well, because I would love to hear like what was your favorite the Goosebumps series. There were some really weird shows I know there's like another horror show I can talk about next time that I didn't really watch, but hey, I'll talk about it next time for you guys if we do a part 3. If you guys want part 3, ooh, there's a lot of stuff I can talk about. So, but anyways, yeah, so Goosebumps is a really cool show. And to finish it all off is, of course, literally Crash Team Racing. I had this because someone borrowed my Crash Bandicoot game because they wanted to play it. They never played the game for the remastered version, so they're like, hey, can I try the game? So I said, sure. Yes, so because of that reason, I was like, I'm going to add Crash Team Racing to the list, baby. Yes, because literally this is my favorite game, and their favorite game was Crash Bandicoot. And I was just like, man, I love Crash Team Racing. They even sent me a picture of it, of one level from Crash Bandicoot 2, where you're racing in the game, and I remember talking about it with them, going like, oh my god, I love that level because it reminds me of Crash Team Racing, and like, this is kind of the reason why they wanted to get into that. They made that racing thing for a reason, and I was just like, man, like, Crash Team Racing was my thing, my jam back in the day. Like, I remember like in my, like, literally the people that live in the house, like my sister, my parents, and all that, I remember I would play with them so many times, and especially with my sister, and I would literally just cream everybody out of that game. Like, I knew how to do the quick turns, everything out of it. It was just so cool, and I love that game for that reason. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Hope you guys are watching. Hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you're new, like I said already. If you guys want a part 3, because like, literally, we can keep this going. Like, this is literally one thing about, like, looking back in the day, there's so many things I can find that I can tell you guys. There's even shows that even some of the people that I talk to from the Weird Podcast, that I even mentioned to them about a show, that they're like, what is this show? And like, it's just, I can talk about a lot of things that you guys might be intrigued about that I watched back in the day, maybe, who knows. But other than that, guys, let me know in the comments down below. The things I mentioned on the list already, like the iPods, God of War, Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, Beast Wars, like, let me know anything about these games or movies or shows or whatever that you guys have memories about. Because if this stuff is on the list that you guys liked, I would like to hear your thoughts about it. So let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you, of course, in the next videos. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.